What is up, everybody? Welcome to This is the Waypoint, the one show here on Shared Screens where we cover everything Star Wars. And we have a banner of an episode for you today because we just got a banner of an episode of Kenobi. That's right. Today we're covering part 4 of Kenobi. We got a couple boys missing, so we hit up the boy himself, Aaron, joining us.
What's up, guys? Very excited to talk about this
Hello
episode.
there. Same here, man. Same here. And then, of course, we got Alec with us.
Heyo.
Now, I know Chris comes on here and he takes pride. He's like, we play it loosey-goosey. We just talk about whatever we want, man, with these episodes. And then we end up not talking about some of the stuff I want to talk about. So I'm gonna bring a little bit of a format.
Do it.
We're still keeping it a little loosey. Aaron, since you're joining us here, since you're the guest, give me your initial thoughts on this episode.
I loved this episode. I think it's the best one so far. Maybe it's because I just finished Jedi Fallen Order and all the Fortress Inquisitorius stuff got me going. But I loved it, man. We got Obi-Wan in finally the actual action figure attire I want from this show with the Jedi robes. He's looking good. We got shirtless Obi-Wan. We got back to bros. We got Obi-Wan swirling that lightsaber around. What more could you want?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Alec?
It can be summed up in a brief sentence. It's a shorty, but a goodie. Like,
yes.
I shout out to the child actor they got for Leia, because she was phenomenal this episode.
Oh, I
agree.
Like,
is this a staring contest? Great line.
I was like laughing out loud at like 2 a.m., dude. That like legitimately got me. Yeah, I absolutely love this one. I don't have a whole lot like where I'd say is wrong with it. In terms of all the Fallen Order stuff, like, yeah, Fallen Order fans eating good this episode, my God. And I was a little worried because, like, you know, last week we had such a high with episode 3 and finally seeing Vader versus Kenobi, and it's like, how do you one up it? And it's like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Any big standout moments we can just start jumping around here?
I really loved the moment where all of the speeders showed up and helped Obi-Wan and Leia get away. But especially the scene after that where doors open and Vader is like running basically, and he's like, I told you what was gonna happen if you fuck this up again. And she's like, nah, I got it. It's fine. It's chill.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a tracker, and he's like, you got it on the right ship, right? And, like, I don't know. To me, it read like there was some hesitation. Like, she's like, oh, shit, maybe I blew up the ship with the tracker in it.
I honestly thought that she was just lying. She was making it up that they put a tracker.
I thought that at first, too. I was like, she's buying time.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know. My mind was going everywhere, and then we get that scene in the shuttle in which, like, we've been talking about crying in the club these past couple episodes because they just have some great ass dialogue between Leia and Obi-Wan. This time, no dialogue, literally just a handhold, and it's like, God damn, you're still
press R2 to hold hands.
Literally. But then I was like, wait, where's Lola at? Camera pans down. Lola's the tracker, and I was like, God damn, what a
she's got a red eye now, so you know she's evil.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully all the merchandise comes with a red eye variant, or else I'm not buying it.
Yeah, it'll switch to change the eye color.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And then starting off, as Aaron mentioned, the back to bros. Like, I just love the parallel of both of them being in the tanks together, both severely fucked up and now burned.
Yeah.
And you can still sense there's a bit of a force connection there between the two. And I love those parallels. Love getting. Fuck, I had his name written down. Is it O'Shea Jackson? Is that
O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Jackson. Yep.
Jackson Jr. Yes, Cuba Gooding.
Ice Cube son.
Ice
Cube son. Absolutely. Fantastic in this. Yep. I thought, like, when because was he on the initial cast like list when they did the big thing that announced Kamel? Yeah, I was like, maybe he's a droid. Like, I don't know where he's playing his role. I loved him in here. His motivation, like, he did a bit of a quick 180 from being like,
I agree.
Like, yeah, He's like, my wife died like from the Inquisitors. She's a Jedi. Like you don't know what this is. And he's like, I'm a Jedi. And then he's like, you know what? I will help you.
Obi-Wan basically goes from being like, you don't know what the Empire is capable of. He's like, well, they killed my wife, so I know what they're capable of. I'll help you. Like, that's basically it. Which, like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And that honestly, in like the rest of this episode, when it becomes basically a heist to break out Leia,
I loved all that stuff.
Exactly. Like, it's such a nitpick in the grand scheme of this episode. Like, that's my one negative is how quickly he jumps. But other than that, fantastic. The infiltration. I thought Kenobi was aboard the ship when they first arrived.
Yeah.
And then when she calls to him and he's down in the water.
Yeah, dude.
With the mask.
The Cal Kestis
with the rebreather.
Yes, the rebreather from Phantom Menace. Cal Kestis technique. Like, I was nerding out for a fucking breather, dude. I was like, oh my god, it's so it's so nice seeing Kenobi.
There was so many times during this episode where I was watching this, so I was like, what? Yeah, dude, let's go. It was, oh man, it was everything. When he calls Tala, is that her name?
Tala,
right? Yep. Yeah, when Ben calls Tala and he's like, I need a distraction. She's like, what are you talking about? He's like, just do it. The lights go dark and then she just shows up and just like beats him up. My only minor gripe with that is that it was just kind of like in Fallen Order where it was just kind of like a big like baton and he didn't cut him in half, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Loved it.
Yeah.
See, that was probably my favorite scene in the show, or this episode, I should say, just because nothing is cooler than you just, the lights go down. You see a couple like red accents lights, and then you just see the blue lightsaber just light up. Quick strike the Stormtrooper, go, puts it back away, goes gets the other guy. Like, oh my gosh, so cool. And I literally was like, I'm watching this at work, at lunch, and I'm just like covering my mouth, like trying not to be like squealing, like with the joy and giddiness. Like, it was awesome.
This one was so tense. Like, I was sitting here like, when they showed the tomb like near the bottom level, I was like, those are Jedi. Whoa. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm a Star Wars mark, but I was like, holy crap, that's insane. And I can't wait for the new Rockstars video where they tell me who each of those Jedi are.
Apparently that's already out, so.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. We'll have to check that out.
The only one I noticed, and I know if Chris or Brett was going to be like, if they were here, they'd be like, "Oh, well, here's this guy from Expanded Universe." Bunch of nerds. The only one that matters is my boy Sanoob. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but he's the Jedi Master that there's I don't know if it's an episode or a whole arc of Clone Wars, but Ahsoka goes to like the underground on Coruscant, and she's like trying to investigate this murder, and she's like paired with the world's slowest Jedi Master who's like trying to teach her patience because Anakin's away on some mission, and so Sanoob, I'm pretty sure is his name. He's that like old looking like dude in there, but it was
looks like it's Terra Sanoob.
Sanoob, the man. That was like the only one of note for me, but even like Ewan McGregor's performance when he's walking through that tomb and he's like realized what it is and like you can see the horror.
Saw the youngling.
Meanwhile, Leia is in the goddamn torture device from Fallen Order, and we all seen what that can do. And I'm like, man, I feel bad for Kenobi, but I'm like screaming at the TV at 2 a.m. I'm like, go save her, dude.
The Empire, I don't know what it is with torturing children, but they're pretty good at it apparently. That and on top of the little baby handcuffs for Grogu and Mandalorian. It's just like, come on, man.
I'll say shout out to Leia for like not giving in to like the Jedi or the mind trick to like give away that information.
Yeah, dude. She's just like, nah, it's not gonna work.
And 100%. I'll make those tears real.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that's a dark line.
I love the part where she's like, we're all on the same side. It's fine. Just tell me where they are. She's like, okay, I'll tell you. But first I have to tell my dad. And she's like, oh, you little bastard.
We're on the same side, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're on the same side. It's fine. She's like, nice try.
It starts out like with Reva just completely like manipulating her and all this shit, and like, and then she's able to like flip it. And again, I know I said this last week, but this show has me questioning why fucking train Luke. Luke is like
Right?
Luke's some
Yeah.
farm boy picking his nose, like blasting womp rats with his
Like,
TI
she's literally
84
showing
calculator.
all these
Yeah. It's
signs
all
of
his
being force
uncle's fault,
sensitive.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the like she's able to see through Reva's mind trick bullshit. Like she has the compassion of a Jedi. She's like really sympathetic with droids and stuff like that. Like she just embodies that a lot more than Luke does, and that like that's my
That would be a
one like
great what if episode. What if
Yeah,
Leia
and
was
like
trained
Yeah.
instead of
with her
Luke?
attitude and mentality, she could have been like Qui-Gon in a lot of ways, questioning the
Ooh.
order and stuff like that.
Oh,
That would have been really cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Tales of the Jedi, Dave Filoni, you coward, you
Yeah,
best
dude,
give
do it.
us this, dude.
That'd be so cool if they gave us that.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I keep saying
she's
they just need to do a Star Wars what if.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Or just a
As-
whole season of Visions where it's just like one consistent story where it's like, what if Leia was trained instead of Luke?
mhm.
Oh yeah, I'd 100%. I'd dig all that. But yeah, I really love the heist moments. And Tala, another great like standout when she's first being
Yeah.
called out by that one officer, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it definitely feels like an RPG. Like she has a high enough speech to like
Yeah.
do a successful role and like get through it. That I thought that was fantastic.
Like she
So I-
tells the truth, but from the opposite point of view that is true. She's like, yeah, no, of course I'm a spy, but for them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. In
Yeah.
which another great Easter egg, Reva says there's a spy among us. If you've ever played hit video game Among Us, Easter egg reference to that, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
the only Easter egg that really matters in this
And
whole episode.
the other Among Us Easter egg is when Ben attacked the Stormtrooper in the hallway, because you can do that in Among Us also.
Yeah, exactly. In which
When-
like, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, dude, when he's like sneaking past all the droids and he has so many close encounters and he's like Talon,
Yeah.
like she radios him through the radio like Ben, and like he's about to get caught and they're just like he's always like so close to just getting figured out in this whole plan, like going to shit. But I think that's what makes it like intense and like Aaron was saying, like fuck this, is this my favorite episode? I might be being persuaded as we talk about this.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think
so
it might be
it's so
mine.
hype, man. Like the shot, it was such a simple shot though. It's just Ben walking through the hallways. But when I saw him double strapped up, lightsaber and blaster, I was like, let's go, dude. My boy's
Yeah.
too strapped up. He's gonna go after him. He's gonna blast his way out or stab his way out if he has to. And dude, when he caught the water with the window and then was like, I'm gonna get these other windows first.
Yep.
That was so cool.
Yeah. Oh,
And I
that's
was like, they
fantastic.
really need to do something about those windows because this is the second time that's happened.
I mean, they probably don't expect to be firing blasters.
Well, yeah, but like, you
Yeah.
know,
Also,
Maybe
why
do laser
windows
walls
in
or
an
something.
underwater fortress? Like,
Exactly.
it's glass.
like the parts that are above water, sure, but the
Right.
parts that
Yeah.
are underwater, maybe not.
I don't know, a little too claustrophobic with just all the
Yeah.
like black lit
True,
lit
true.
up hallways and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
I get it, but also I'd be like super
But it's
stressed out.
you have
just looking
the technology.
out
Put a camera on there, make it a screen.
there.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Damn.
That same scene where Obi-Wan's catching the window and keeping it from breaking. We got a purge trooper from Fallen Order in there too, which
Yeah.
was dope.
Oh yeah.
A
Little
very
bit of
got a variation of the probe droid, which was kind of cool. Or not the probe
Seeker
droid. The
droid.
Seeker
yeah,
droid. In which, yeah, I was like, are we about to get Seventh Sister introduced here, like from Rebels? Like, are we about
Be cool.
Are we about to go off? But still to be seen. Yeah, and then the Purge Trooper was an incredible scene that like brought into live action for the first time. A little bit of a reworked helmet, but I'm not
A little
like,
bit.
Not
It was still
complaining about
recognizable.
that. Yeah, 100%. Like
Yep.
you see one of those bad boys running down the hall with the
You
red
run the other way.
patch.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then yeah, the action bits in terms of just the lightsaber duel and the two, because we talked about last week, just like what it means for Ben to like ignite a lightsaber, and how like last week, he kind of randomly does it, but for it to be like this coordinated attack, incredible.
Yeah.
It felt like very Ahsoka, like in Mando
Yeah.
season 2,
That
where she's just
Mhm.
like
great shot.
murdering dudes.
And
Like,
he's like tapped into the Force again, and he's like
mhm,
blocking blaster bolts perfectly to the point where like he's blocking one and like hitting a door panel to close it and stuff like that.
absolutely.
So he's
Now, do
getting
we think
stronger. He's
he's?
talking to Qui-Gon, dude. It's gonna
Mhm.
happen.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I hope so. Um,
I
whether
think we'll
it's
get a
just a
tease at the end of next episode. Not quite a
Yeah.
full conversation,
really,
but we'll get a tease of it
yeah, I'm interested to see
because
if
we only
it's
have
gonna
2 episodes left.
be. Yeah, I'm interested to see if it's gonna be full Liam Neeson or if it's just gonna be his voice similar to Rise of
Yeah, I don't
Skywalker.
know.
But either way, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna eat it up.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
me too, man.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, with you just brought up there's only 2 episodes left. How do you guys feel the show has used its episodes in terms of telling the story across these 4 so far? Do you feel that we're in a like satisfactory place, and do you think there's enough to wrap up in these last 2 episodes?
Go ahead, Alec.
I I don't know. I'm a bit. I don't say hesitant, but like the fact that Leia's gotten captured twice, it almost a little bit of a loop. Like, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'm
Right.
enjoying every second of this episode of this series. Like,
Hmm.
it's just pinnacle or peak Star Wars, and it's just a joyride. Like, give me everything I loved about the prequels, give me everything I loved about the original trilogy, just all rolled into one series. So, but I think
Absolutely.
it's going to be tough to wrap it up in 2 episodes, I think. But
Yeah.
because they're going to have to basically find them in the next episode, and then there's going to have to be the duel. Like, I mean,
Right.
I know that's kind of two simple things, but
Mhm.
it feels like it's just a lot to cover in 2 episodes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because like, I love the story that's been told so far. However, I do think that the show was a little slow to start with.
Mhm.
And now like this episode before credits was like 35 minutes. So like as
Yeah.
much as I loved it, I'm like, these are 6 episodes. We should be getting full hours. I'm hoping the next two
Yeah.
episodes are kind of more meat and
Mm-hmm.
potatoes than they are broth, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I mean, we were eating good this episode.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I do think that this show is showing off a lot of the cool things of this little like unexplored era of Star Wars, the post Order 66 pre New Hope era. Um, but yeah, like they're gonna have to cover some ground, and I because they were saying that Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader was going to be the rematch of the century, which must
Yeah.
be in the future because last week was cool, but it was kind of fan filmish to me. Like a couple, at least the
I
shots
feel that.
were. But
Mhm.
like, the next time they clash, if they clash again in the show, which I'm hoping they do, it's got to mean something. And
Mhm.
Right.
also, he's got to. Hopefully, he doesn't have to rescue Leia again. Hopefully, after this episode, he drops her off like right away, and then he's like, "All
Right.
right,
Yeah.
now I got to get back to hiding." And they're like, no, we're going after you."
Yeah.
And then, I want to see a fucking Clone Wars flashback. It doesn't make sense to me that they have Hayden for this show and they had him do a force like mirage in the
Projection.
desert for
Yeah.
a split second. And then
Yeah.
yeah, they have him in the costume, which is cool, but like
Mhm.
The back to
there's
tank
gotta be
shots.
something else going on. Like
Yeah.
there's gotta be something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Putting in like a flashback that's gonna give fans everything they want with 2 episodes left, like might be cutting it a tad bit close, but like if it
Mhm.
happened, would I eat it right up? Absolutely, and
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree. Like yeah, you don't get Hayden back for how little we've seen him, but even when we do see him, like you can definitely tell it's Hayden in the suit, like when
Yeah.
he's like snapping his head and like looking right at Kenobi, or when he's like menacingly walking down that hallway at the end of this episode and just force choking Reva. Like, there's just such power to him in the suit, like, in which,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, and
it's
I thought
fantastic.
if they were going to do a Clone Wars flashback, I thought it would have been this episode because I thought it would have been
Yeah.
another like Tales from the Back to Tank type thing
I thought
where
that's
he's
what we're
chilling
gonna
in
get
there,
today
and
too.
because the planet that they brought him to, I think in like the expanded universe stuff was like a big focal point battle in the Clone Wars.
Right.
So I thought we would have got something there, which would have been really cool. But I mean, who knows? Maybe we're getting something down the line.
Mhm.
100%. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with both you guys, in which, like, I hope it stays one season, like they've been saying, limited, like
Yep.
limited series. I know Ewan McGregor's like, yeah, I'd love to do season 2, in which like then every Twitter film news account like runs that for like the week and stuff like that. But I think it'd be cool if this was just, here's badass Obi-Wan post Revenge of the Sith. And like, yeah, Alec, I totally agree with it just being a little loopy where he's like, he
Mhm.
saves Leia and then they kidnap her again, and then she's
Yeah.
like constantly getting back
Mhm.
in trouble. So it'd be cool if like first 15 minutes of next episode they can like wrap up dropping Leia off, and then from here on out it's just him versus some Inquisitors and Vader,
Mhm.
and maybe that Clone Wars flashback. Do you
Yeah.
guys have any crazy predictions for
Well,
what's to come?
my thought
Um,
is he's gonna have to take Lola, right? He's gonna have to figure out that Lola is the tracker,
True.
because
yeah.
otherwise they'd just come to Alderaan and murk everybody there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. They already
if,
they're gonna do that regardless.
yeah. Um, Crazy predictions. I don't think I have any. I think I'm gonna double down and say that we are gonna get a Clone Wars flashback of some kind. Um,
Right.
if not, okay, it won't make a lot of sense to me, but like, whatever, that's fine. Although if Ewan is saying that he wants to do more, what if they just get him for like flashbacks for like Ahsoka? It's
Yeah,
like
that'd be dope.
completely
Mm,
like no one
yeah.
thinks about it, and then it's just like all three of them in a flashback. It'd be nuts.
God
Um,
damn, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Oh, also, I think that if Obi-Wan and Anakin fight again, it's on Mustafar. It's going to be at Vader's
That was
castle.
gonna
Really?
be mine. That was
It's
gonna be
gotta
mine.
be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be hype.
Because like
That'd be hype.
concept art for the show kind of showed that.
Hmm.
So like also if they make an action figure of Obi-Wan in the Fortress Inquisitorius attire, I'm buying it. Because I
Oh,
want it. I want it
100%.
real
100%.
bad.
You know they're gonna do it, and they kind of have Wandering Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the main figure that's available everywhere, and then they did like
Mhm.
the blue attire
Yeah.
from the first episode. Target
Mhm.
exclusive, so probably Walmart, maybe Walgreens exclusive.
Yeah.
Hasbro plays dirty like that, but
Celebration
I could
exclusive.
yeah, I could see them doing that, and that'd be absolutely hype. But yeah, if they're fighting on Mustafar, this finale better be 2 hours, in which just an hour of story and then an hour of just a badass fighting.
Next week they give us the last
Okay.
2 episodes.
That'd be
That'd
dope.
be
Honestly,
sick.
I take it. I take it.
I would too.
My only okay. m- I don't even know how to phrase this. Just based on like the track record of these Disney shows, my man's Cad's Bane has to show up and murk a lovable character. He did it in Bad Batch.
Okay.
He came up, shot Hunter. He did it in Boba Fett. He came up,
Clipped our boy Cobb.
yeah, Daddy
Mhm.
Oliphant. And so I think next episode, Kamel comes back and Cad Bane captures Leia again.
That would
Like
be sick
he's
though.
got.
Imagine if like that's the post credit scene the last episode and they're like a bounty hunter show is coming out. That'd be sick, dude.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope. But and then yeah, my other joke prediction is just that Mando still got to show up. He's got to weasel his way into every single Disney live action Star Wars show. Um, I just my only like really want or hope is like more Kamel. Like that was just such a fantastic character, and
Mhm.
we were only with him for episode 2, and it'd be cool to have him like come back and like join forces with Tala, and get back kind of in the gang, especially if we keep O'Shea Jackson Jr. for a couple more episodes. Like I'd be absolutely thrilled with
See,
that. Having that crew.
I disagree on the Kumail thing. I think
Really?
the part where he was like helping Obi-Wan get away, I think was fine, and the idea of like a guy feigning being a Jedi to trick people out of money is really good. I just think that the comedy that they used to get the point across was not very good. Um, but I mean, it's not universe breaking and it's not like, oh, that's the worst thing ever. It was just, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. But you know, he helped him get away, so that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Even if we see him in like something else, like I'd be
Yeah.
more Kamel in Star Wars. That's all. That's all I'm
Yep.
really asking for.
I could
Yeah.
see in like future shows, like between set in this like between episodes 3 and 4 time period, or even in original trilogy time period. Probably O'Shea Jackson coming back, being part of the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope to have him like in Andor or
even
just animated, like even animated in Bad Batch style. Like we know they took Saw Gerrera and Forrest Whitaker's likeness to that Clone Wars animation style. So do the same with O'Shea. Like I'm sure he's a nerd. He'd be down for it. No problem. Yeah.
Like you literally tweeted out his name in the credits. Like he must be doing that same thing. So
exactly. Well, any final closing thoughts, y'all?
Star Wars is cool. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying.
Yeah.
Best episode so far of Kenobi. Best episode of
I agree.
Disney Plus Star Wars.
Oh, that's a hot take. Holy shit. Dude.
Oh, okay. That's a hot take.
Wow. I asked for closing thoughts and Alec dropped a fucking bomb.
I respect it, dude. I respect it.
Had to drop the bomb in my last podcast here in this apartment. So
hell yeah, dude.
I respect
Scorch the earth.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna need to process this. I'm gonna have to go back, watch through all these Disney shows, and like get back to you on that one, because like there's some standout episode. Like I know
I could be forgetting some too.
Return of the Mandalorian, I think, is a pretty high bar.
Yeah. That one, like when Boba Fett shows back up in Mando season 2.
Well, how good was? Let me say this: with how concise this episode was, it was great. That did not need an hour. It only did it in 30 minutes.
That's true.
That's a big selling point. That's a big selling point as someone with the ADHD. Like being in and out in like 35 minutes tops was like, I was like, damn, like, but yeah.
It's just making me angry every week. I'm like, that's it? I have to wait a whole other week?
Yeah. I kind of wish they did like a Wednesday, Friday, like hit you twice with it, back to back. But damn, Star Wars is cool. I'm still processing Alec's hot take. Don't be mean to 10-year-olds on Twitter, on social media.
Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. Yeah, please, for the love of God. These people are doing a job, and in my opinion, they're doing it very fucking well.
They're fucking killing it, dude.
Leave it alone. Yeah, Star Wars is cool. And with that, Aaron, where can people find you?
You can find me on most social media platforms at Aaron Roetcisoender. Check out my Twitter. It's garbage fire, but it's a lot of fun. Spreading positivity and the good word of Star Wars and all the geeky, dumb stuff I like. Same with TikTok and Twitch and everything like that.
Perfect. All our socials will be in the link of this video. Like, comment, let us know what you thought of this episode and what you think of Kenobi in general, and all that good stuff. And we will see you next week for another episode of This is the Waypoint. We're out.